Thanks for watching, everybody, and welcome to Poe Outdoors. I'll be sharpening some VPA Single Bevel Broadheads today, a 200 grain, in fact, that I already have in the fixture for the sake of time. This is a KME, so you can check them out. I'll try to dig up the YouTube video on how to use this and link it in the description down below. If I can't find it, search KME Sharpener, and they'll show you how this thing works. Again, for the sake of time, I didn't want to show you how I set it up. It's just, it's simple, but we want to keep this as short as possible. Another one that I've used is a Stay Sharp. And that one is a little more bare bones. It's strictly 35 degrees. The problem with that is you do get a little bit of tolerance in these angles. So I don't know if this is true or not, but let's say it's a 35 degree angle, you get plus or minus 1 degree. One head's 34, one head's 36. I like the KME because I can loosen this screw, move that roller, and get it exactly where I want it. Really quick, how you're going to test that is take a black Sharpie, you're going to put it on the blade, and you're going to drag it on a really fine grit sandpaper and see if all of the black is removed. If it's on one edge, then you're going to move that roller accordingly. All right, so that's as far as I'm going to go as far as how you set it up. You'll just have to check that out, okay? I'm going to go over what you're going to need really quickly here, and then we're going to get into the sharpening. This one's right out of the package, has not been sharpened yet, and just from what it feels like, I don't know if it's going to take that much. Again, it hasn't been shot, hasn't been sharpened, it's right out of the package. So, you're going to need a stone. I've got the 4-way stone from Harbor Freight, 2, 3, 4, and 600 grit. That's going to be dependent on how rough a shape the head is in. If you shot it into something hard, you're going to need oil. And in my 3-blade video, I forgot to grab the oil, so I had to pause it and go get it. I just use 3-in-1, use whatever honing oil you like. A polishing compound, a way to strop or finish the head. This is a waffle box, no joke, as you can see there. Just thin cardboard with stropping compound on it. It's actually just a green compound from Harbor Freight, and this will last you a lot of years. You just color it on the cardboard and put a nice razor sharp honed edge on your broadhead. Now, if you have a leather strop or you're more of a traditionalist like that, have at it, but I'm just showing you the least expensive way to do this as well. All right, you're going to need some 1000 and 2000 grit sandpaper. You can buy these pretty inexpensively. They'll last you several years. There's 10 in a pack. They're $6 to $8 each. I can't remember, but I've had these for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to show you before I get started sharpening here what this will look like when I'm finished. Now, this is right out of my quiver. This head and arrow, this is one of my hunting arrows, 510 grains, ready to roll for this Saturday's Indiana opener, finally, of our whitetail season. So you can see the difference. A little bit of a shine to it, not much, being right out of the package, but there's what we do to it. It looks like a mirror when it's finished, and those things are hair-popping sharp, I can tell you right now, okay? So let's get that one put out of the way. Careful not to ding it up. Got those things ready to go. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go with a fine stone to start, because that doesn't feel like there's too much there to really have to worry about. Put your oil on your stone. I've seen people that don't use oil. And I'm going to strictly go away from me to get a burr kicked up on the back side of this single bevel. That's what I want. I want to kick a burr up, then I'm going to break that burr off and leave it sharp, all right? Moderate pressure. I'm not going to go crazy with it because this feels pretty good out of the package. I'm just going to start with like 10 strokes. See how it feels. After 10 strokes, I should have probably kicked a little bit of a burr up on the backside, and I didn't. So as I said in the 3-blade video, there's some feel to this. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the 400 grit, a little bit rougher. And I'm just going to go ahead, put a little more pressure on it. You can't sharpen until you kick a burr up. Just remember that. You will not get a good razor's edge unless there's a burr on the backside. Now we have one starting there. I can feel it. Now, worst case is you pull out the heavy duty stone. There we go. We got a burr going. The really, really rough grit. I don't even know what the grit on that is, but it's sharp, or it's rough, I should say. And that's for worst case. Definitely not out of the package. Not necessary. There we go. We got a nice burr starting that will actually catch your fingernail. I'm going to go about 5 or 6 more here. Nice. Okay. Try not to ding that edge up. You're going to spend the time to sharpen these things. And the animals deserve a razor sharp edge. Turn that over to the 600 grit fine stone. Nice consistent pressure. We definitely have a burr on that back side. Oh yeah. And we're already, as you can see, we're getting more shiny there. We're taking just enough material off to shine that up. There's definitely a burr back there. I'm going to go ahead just a few more, a little bit lighter pressure. Nice. Okay. Grabbed a 1000 grit. And just as we did with the 3-blade, I'm only going to pull after the stone. I want to push it on the stone. I want to pull it on everything else. All right. So our goal is to break that off. We're going pretty light pressure. And what you'll notice is as you start to get a nice surface done, is you're going to start to notice how smooth it feels on that paper. All right, knock some of that burr off. There's a little bit left, and if it doesn't knock it off with the 2000 grit, I'll show you what I do. Got some geese outside. Garage door open on a cool rainy day today. Something primitive about sharpening these heads. I just love it. Yeah, very nice. I realize we shoot compound bows and that type of thing, but there's just something about sharpening the heads that's so much better than using replaceable blades or expandables. Nice. Now we're really looking shiny, and we haven't even put it on the, try to get light on that thing. There you go. And we haven't even put it on the strop yet, and most of that burr's gone. I can feel a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do is turn the sharpener over, and I'm going to hit the backside with literally no down pressure. I'm just going to allow the weight of the fixture, and I'm just going to pull it just a couple inches. I'm going to look at the back. Maybe a little bit more. Oh yeah, she's feeling good. So let's go ahead and put it on the polishing compound. This is what's going to put that nice shiny edge on it and get the last bit of material off. And as I go through this, I'm going to continually get lighter with the pressure. Ooh, yeah. Now we're real shiny. Try to get that some light on that thing for you. There you go. Looking like the one I showed you that's actually in my quiver. Oh yeah, that's hunt ready. I hope I'm going to be able to sharpen. It's a lot easier to check outside of the fixture. You get a better feel. And please be careful doing this. Don't blame me if you cut your wrist. Oh yeah. We're popping hairs off there just as easily as can be. And I would do it the other way too. If the broadhead was out of the fixture, it'll pop hairs both ways. But it's kind of difficult to do. Yeah, it's kind of risky. I'm not even going to bother. Kids might be watching. So yeah, we're popping hairs off there. So guys, that's a single bevel, razor sharp, hunt ready head. Try to get that light again for you there. There you go. There it is. That's it. That's all it took. Now, not every single one goes quite that easily, but you're going to have to feel your way through. If you feel it and it's not kicking up a burr, go to a rougher grit sandpaper or a stone sandpaper if you use it. Some people use sandpaper instead of a stone. And then work it until you get a burr, and then slowly start working that burr off. You want to break that thing off and leave that razor's edge that will catch a nail, and that definitely does. That's razor sharp, and that is hunt ready. So that's it. That's a single bevel VPA 200 grain broadhead, what I have in the quiver for this Saturday's Indiana opener, and I am pumped. The whole crew is. We're ready to go. I appreciate the support. Thank you all for watching. If you're a 3-blade shooter or interested, in the description down below, I've got the 3-blade sharpening video, as well as a link to check out Vantage Point Archery, VPA. Great company, great people, made in the USA products right here in Indiana, Fort Wayne, in fact. Appreciate the support. Thank you all for watching, and good luck this season.